Welcome to Kranky Live, the show where bold minds meet real talk. This isn't your average sports or news show. It's where we break down sports, culture, and controversy with facts, fire, and fearless honesty. Here, truth cuts through the noise, and hype gets exposed. From football to track and field, from world issues to local debates, we ask the tough questions, speak without fear, and go deeper than the headlines. We don't follow the crowd, we set the trend. While others recycle the same tired takes, we bring fresh insight, unfiltered analysis, and bold perspectives. No echo chambers, no puppet talk, just real conversation for people who think for themselves. Listen with your brain, not just your ears. Think critically, question boldly, and speak freely. This is Kranky Live, where reason rules the mic and truth always win. Come on, let's get into it. Hello. Let me know if you can hear me out there in YouTube land. Let me know if you can hear me, people. If you're out there in YouTube land, let me know if you can hear. This is Kranky. We're back. Michael Gardner above earth. What I say? How are things going? We come for more and more football. We can't get enough, Cannot get enough. This has been a World Cup to remember. And it's always good when you have events like this, which, if you have issues, make you forget them for a little bit. Change on your life a little bit. Because sometimes you have all these issues and all these problems, and you want to escape them. I'm going to tell you, boy, the World Cup has been doing just that. For anyone who have those challenges. Peter, how you doing? Bless up, Peter. Bless up, Brown Sugar. How you doing, Brown Sugar? I haven't been in too many shows up late. I'm on the road, people. I'm on the road. So you see me have a different setup. On the road, but having fun. Bless up, Michael. Hope things are going well with you, Michael. Now we're here for the USA versus Belgium. An interesting game. A game where if you live in America, well, you don't have to live in America. Anywhere you live in the world, sir, some people, we call them in their life, them enough. And when them enough, they might put themselves in a certain situation where they shouldn't be in, which is unfortunate. And that's what we're seeing. The big story for the last the last day and a half almost, is the Falaron Balogun situation. So we have a game where the US is in the last 16. They're trying to get to the last 8. They have been playing really good football. They had an unfortunate situation where Balogun got a red card in the last game. Unfortunately, wasn't deliberate, but it occurs. And instead of just letting things work the way they normally do, the orange person had to get involved, and that he did. And we know Infantino believes that he runs a state like the Vatican, and so therefore he wants to engage with heads of state who he gave a peace prize to. And that's what we have, a situation which is unfortunate. But anyway, the game has to go on. Belgium can protest all they want. When you have clout in life, you can do what you want. And that's what's happening. Looking forward to this game. Before we jump into the game, though, let's just jump into the starting lineups. You see, I have them on the left and the right. Tell me if you don't like my new screen, people. I try to improve the game. Every day, I have to try to improve what I do. And even though I'm on the road, see, I try to make so pictorially, the view is digestible. I always use them terms, right? It's appetizing. You want to look at it. So I look on life. Whether a woman you look on it or whoever your significant other is, or whether you carry your drive or your house you live in, if it look good. So you have to work on things. I always try to improve yourself. So open and like the pictorial view. Even though I'm in an environment where it's not the most convenient, try to set it in a way in which you can digest the view. So hopefully you like it. But it should be an interesting game today. The last time Belgium played the US, they beat them by 5-2 in a friendly. Was that back in March? Whatever the last time they played. So US has a tough time tonight. This is not, people call this the Belgium golden generation. De Bruyne is on the bench, so it's not the golden generation anymore. That generation with Trossard and Vermaelen and De Bruyne, who were ranked number 1 before that, I think it was before the 2018 World Cup, has come and passed. And this is sort of the remnants of what's remaining from it. And some new people like Onana is now in the team. So, but you look at the starting 11, I don't have to walk them through. The same US starting 11 as you'd expect, given that Balogun is in. So Pepe is not in. Same team, 5 at the back. Well, it's mainly 3 at the back with 2 wing backs. Robinson play 1 wing back. Des supposed to play that, but I don't know why Des play sometime. But Des look at my play right wing versus play on the right. It's a very fluid team. We don't talk, no, her looks. Lord, help me face her terrible. Yeah, why am I telling her? Ah, boy, help me. Man, yard man, that's all I have to say about that. Well, the real one, or the false one then. So it should be a good game. The US actually, it's interesting because yesterday's game there were 2 brilliant games yesterday. Well, 1 brilliant game and 1 okay game. Brazil, the World Cup just keep giving them. You know, so much we talk about people. Sorry, I come on so late. But I was trying to set this up right, and it took more time than I thought it would. And it took me a while actually because my system wasn't working at the shutdown yesterday, and my system still wasn't working today, and I just got it fixed. But the US don't let you breathe. So we'll see they play today. I think they're in this game is what, in Atlanta? Or in Seattle, sorry, not Atlanta. And Seattle weather is always pretty decent. I don't know what the temperature is because I can't listen to what the commentary is, so I don't know what it is. But obviously they sing the national anthem. I see Balogun has his arm over his chest and he should call Trump and thank him. Boy, I might tell you, poor Balogun. If you never Trump fan, you will be a Trump fan now. But it should be a good game. Let me fix this up, people. I fix up my screen now. It should be a good game. I'm looking forward to the game. Really looking forward to the game. I made some mistake in my setup now. All right, anyway, it is what it is. I drop off the number for the US. I just realized that the numbers are missing. So the F-16 flying over before the game commenced. Bless up. Owen, how are you doing? Crumbling, you good? Hope everybody's all right. So, interestingly, just touch upon yesterday's game before we go into this game. This game hasn't started yet. And hopefully my feed, because I got people, where I'm staying now, I only had access to a Fire Stick to carry the game, because, you know, when you travel. So I got actually cable just to broadcast the game now, because I hate being behind. So hopefully I'm on time. We'll see if I'm on time or not. And the cable work. The land of the free, and everybody free now and when. And some people are brave because they have burn spurs, so they couldn't go Vietnam. Crumbleem says, Crouch is playing the same starting lineup for the 4th time in the 5-game. My concern is going to run this 11 to the ground. Hey, them young, man. Them young and them fit. So, and they're good. They're good. It's going to be an interesting game. But I can understand what you're saying. But Pulisic hasn't played a lot of football. Balogun missed half of the last game, almost half of the last game. US hasn't been stressed that much. The back 3 hasn't worked that hard. Maybe McKennie in the midfield and Adams in the midfield. You could talk about that. But let's go back to the game yesterday. 2 games, quickly. Let me put this up. Look at it. Brazil versus Norway. People. Brazil lazy. If you're playing football, and someone no play football, people. If you're playing football, and the man have time on the ball, he might do what he want to do. At one point, Norway had over 500 passes, Brazil at 200. Vinicius Jr. can't play for any team, people, in today's football. Vinicius Jr. only run when he have the ball. Otherwise, he not run. And the second game, England versus Argentina, boy, that was a classic. England, not as good as I thought they were, but I'm still bringing them. I'm supporting them, frankly. But I think France has the best team and should win. Spain looked good today. But to me, Spain offensively has some challenges. But their system works. Spain have no great playing team apart from Lamar and probably Rodri, you know. But anyway, we'll skip that. We'll go to the game and we'll come back to that later and we can talk about those things if we have time. Tillman is a brilliant footballer, Owen. Brilliant footballer. Obviously, we know that he played for German U team. And here's the thing, people. Balogun chose the US at a young age, because them chase him for 2 years. Tillman chose the US, because them chase him. And you know, me, I was going to revert back to Jamaica saying, we say we're not running nobody, they want to play for we have to come like a them need, we don't need them. And I've said this to my last podcast that I did, that this is what I call the Diaspora World Cup, the Immigrant World Cup, or the Black Man World Cup, we call it, because every team full of a black player. And the blacker they are, the better they are. For a number of them, actually. And they brought on Hendricks. Hey, Hendrick is young and he has a lot of potential. But Hendricks was awful against Brazil. Against Japan. I have no idea how Hendricks got on the field. And he showed it because he came on, got a sitter, a run through, and bush it. Drove a dribble, frantic. And they left Yao Pedro at home and bring Hendricks. Makes no sense to me. I think Ancelotti has not done a good job. He brought 5 midfielders to the World Cup and he had Edison later. Coming like a McLaren who bring 3 midfielders to go World Cup. Nonsense thing there. Man bring about 10 to 11 defender and forward. About 6 wingers and I play Martinelli 98. You know, Martinelli did well, but man confused, man. I know matter. You know, same coach Real Madrid, we know him win much Champions League. Tuchel, know him I do. Sometime, because in right back situation are good. But anyway, game ready for start, people. We're ready for this. Them ready for this. Who are you guys bringing for this game? Who are you bringing to win this game? US or Belgium? Who are you carrying for the game? Game is up. All right, let me know when the people, because the game start. And let's hope this score show up. Okay, now it shows 0-0. Something must be wrong with my feed, now. I may have to get another feed, people, for the score, because it's not showing 0-0, and it should be. And try to get another feed for the game, actually. So game is off, 28 seconds in. Score tied at 0, as you'd expect. I don't know what happened, but my feed is not working. Oh, what a brilliant shot. Brilliant save. That's early by Belgium. US under pressure already. Game just started and under pressure. Wow. That was close. Ball played out. Castanga with a shot from distance and brilliant save by, is that Freeze? Yep. Brilliant save. Oh, it does give me 0-0. So my score is slow. So what are you predicting? It's a Belgium all the way. What's the score you're predicting? I think the US will be better than people think. Even though Belgium has started off really well. Last time Belgium played them, they run them out of the place and beat them 5-2. So let's see how this goes. Corner to Belgium. And they bring in Lukaku to bully them today. That stadium is packed. Corner comes in. Headed to goal. Collected by Freeze. Not a lot of power on that header. Owen picking the Yanks 2-1. Ricardo's Belgium 3-1. Belgium to me hasn't played well. Senegal should have beaten them. Senegal's a good team. But they didn't play smart. You can't lead somebody 2-0 with 5 minutes left in regular time and you lose the game. That makes no sense to me. US going forward. Ball headed out. Throw into the US. One thing, boy, McKinney is any and everywhere. He doesn't stop running. Ball headed out by the cameraman is messing up here. Throw into US on deep in Belgium territory. I'm sure US gonna pressure Belgium. That is the only way they know how to play on the Pochettino. Richards to Ream. Ream goes wide to Robinson. Doesn't have a pass. Comes inside. Pulisic dispossessed too easily there. Here comes Belgium. Brilliant ball out wide, but Richards covers. Try to go downfield, out of bounds, throw into the US. You just joined us? We are partaking of viewing the game between the USA and Belgium. Score tied at 0. We are in the 4th minute of play. And US playing the ball on the ground too. Then there's kicking it away. They're very confident. Des trying to beat his man. Not a smart move by Des at all. USA pressure. See people? That's all. Trying to find Balogun between the lines, but well covered by Ngoy, who got a red card last game. And the Cooper. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And Belgium has probably the best goalkeeper in the world in Courtois. Even though I think Raya is up there, and there are a few more goalkeepers who can put up. The Italian from Man City's there. Courtois is very good between the stick. Not the best kicker playing off from the back, but very, very. But here comes Des. It's interesting that Pochettino has turned Des into a right winger versus a right back or a right wing back. And he's replaced Weah, who probably is more skillful, but I guess he probably wants Des and his defensive capability to be part of that whole equation. That was a really good shot, by Castagna, and a good save by Freeze. Let's see if US can run the entire game as they have done in games like against Paraguay, for example. They blitzed Paraguay so much in the first half that Paraguay never got over it. Belgium trying to suck them in and play behind them and then go over the top. Let's see if that strategy works. Here comes US. Well played back to Tim Ream. Pulisic has been dispossessed twice in the early going. I know Alcova, right? The fact that Raya can't get a game, it tells you how coaches are sometimes now. Raya is probably the second best goalkeeper in the world. Some would even say he's maybe the best, and he can't get a kick. That makes no sense to me. Now, Spain has been tested. You must admit their defense has been very good. Part of their defense is their offense because they keep the ball so well. But it's amazing that you're so good and you can't get 5 minutes in the entire World Cup. Six minutes and 50 seconds in. Score tied at 0. US coming forward. Freeman to McKinney to Des. Goes all the way back to Freeman. Now Belgium starting to press. Good move by Freeman. Come inside to McKinney. McKinney dispossessed. Belgium really, both teams are pressing, which should make it really interesting. So the more technical team should do better. Here comes, is this Lukaku? Oh, brilliant move. Oh, what a miss. That should have been a tap-in for Belgium. Oh my, what a miss. Who was that player? That must have been the Keditier. What's his name? Ketelier. Was that Tillsman? Was that Tillman? Tillsman? What a miss. That's not just a tap-in. This should be a goal. US was really caught out there. Wow. I know why I'm saying Lukaku. Lukaku is not playing. I don't realize who was dribbling that. That's amazing. That should have been a tap-in. US can't get on the ball. Belgium dominating possession. Here comes Belgium again. Belgium just walking down the US. Ball play out wide to Trossard. He has room, he has time, he has space. Trying to cross. Headed up by the US. US hesitating. Goal to Belgium. 1-0 Belgium. The US, instead of attacking the ball in the box, they're just watching each other. Nobody attacked the ball. Goal scored by Belgium. All over the US. The US just stand in the box just watching. They're not attacking the ball. That's crazy. That looks like the center forward. Keteler. Keteleri. 1-0 to the Belgium. Wow. They have the US on the ropes though. That's you have McKinney and Dest just standing there. Nobody's attacking the ball. Ball came to Trossard. He tried to cross it. He went baseline and tried to cross. Ball blocked by Freeman, headed out. And Dest just stood there. He's not going for the ball. That's not Tim Ream or the defense fault. That's Dest and McKinney's fault. Raskin attacked the ball. They didn't attack the ball. That's the outcome you get. Goal scored by Mr. Charles, the Ketelier. One love Belgium. Start has been poor for the US. They've had the better starts for all these games. So Belgium has benched their old feet. There's no Doku, there's no Lukaku, there's no De Bruyne. They've gotten rid of the old feet, even though Doku isn't old. I'm not sure what his story is. Here comes the US. Balogun plays it out to McKinney, trying to find Dest. A lot of pressure by Belgium, though. They have a lot of people in the box. And turns it over. Poor pass by McKinney. Foul against the US. The Ketelier is down. That was too easy for Belgium. Way too easy. Is Spain born sugar, or are they just smart? I think they're smart. They keep the ball. You can't get the ball. So 1-0 to Belgium. We're in the 10th minute of play. US has not threatened their goal so far. And Belgium should have been up 2 because they missed a sitter early. Belgium is pretty confident against the US. They beat them 5-2 in a game which they could have scored 10, frankly. They just look bigger in the US, more technical. Tim Ream with a poor pass. You're going to try to go over the top. You got to go over the top. Goes too flat. 11 minutes in. Belgium leading by 1-0. Maybe a long day for the US. This may be the last stop. So 2 CONCACAF teams have been knocked out. Mexico, which gave a good account of themselves against England. And Canada, who should have done better, frankly, to me. Here comes the US. McKinney to Adams. Freeman, not smart play by Freeman, ball out of bounds, throw into Belgium. US making sloppy, poor mistakes. They got to play better and do better. If you just join us, we're watching the USA against Belgium. USA came in with a lot of momentum, feel good about themselves, won all their games convincingly. But they're meeting real quality now, actually. That ball ricocheted off Richard's face. He's down. Ref has to stop it because it's a head injury. Has to stop the game. Maybe a long evening for the US. Playing against a team with a lot of quality players. And Belgium hasn't had a great tournament. But they look like they have the USA's number. So US is pressing Belgium. Courtois are going to go long. See, when you press them this much, they're going to go long. They're not playing around. Tim Ream. Here comes Belgium again. This looks dangerous. They're just spraying balls around the US. The US is overmatched. And that was close again. US under great pressure. Trossard having a field day. So is Anana. They're just having fun. And they're pressuring the US. And the US cannot handle pressure. See, teams that press people don't like to be pressed. And that's what. Belgium is all over the US. The press is bothering them. Trossard, fire from wide and far. The US need to spread out. You gotta use the breadth of the field, go wide, don't try to play close. Don't try to do short passes. So Belgium is ganging on upon them. They're bigger, they're stronger, probably just as fast. They need to spread the field so they have room to maneuver. And I watched Brazil play it against Norway today. That was Brazil wasn't doing. No pressing, no energy. We're seeing Belgium really putting the US to the sword. 14 minutes in, and US can't make 5 passes. Now Belgium backing off. See, they're not pressing for the entire game. They're pressing in spurts. And US final passes have been poor. Robinson trying to find McKinney. That's not a difficult pass. That may be the case, Slingstone. Belgium coming forward, trying to go along. US not getting a breathe. Look at Robinson want to get dispossessed. You have to know where you're going to pass the ball before you get it. You don't have time on the ball like Norway did yesterday to dress it up and go to the fitting room and try it on 4 and 5 times. You get one touch, you got to know where the next touch is going. First touch is control. You may even have to make a one-time pass without controlling it because somebody's on you. Look how Belgium spread the field. They really have the US running around. The US cannot get close to them. See, what they're doing is they're trying to suck the US in and then go long. Freeman trying to make a pass there, so just poor by Freeman. Just control the ball and pass the ball back to your teammate. Belgium with the ball. Just really giving a football lesson to the USA. What a switch. Good move by Robinson. Headed out of bounds. Throw into Belgium. US is not in the game. 16 minutes in, and it's men against boys so far. Pochettino looks relaxed, but I'm sure he's perplexed and concerned. Robinson into that Pulisic looking to go along. Goes to Adams. Adams back to Ream. Ream comes across to Richards. So Belgium not pressing now, and now they're going to press. They're trying to time the press, and they had some miscommunication a while ago. US having difficulty playing through the press. And Belgium being very physical. They're bigger, they're stronger, they're just technical. A Belgium player is down. Look like Nano is down, is a knee problem, and it looks serious. Yeah, he's not. He's in some trouble. You can tell when a player's in trouble when they're trying to tell him to get up and he's not moving. Trying to explain to them that things are not good. Let's hope he's okay. It's had a good game so far. The US have a chance to go convene with Pochettino to get some instructions because they sure need it. They look out of sync. And that's what quality does, people. Make you look out of sync. They need Pochettino to come with some kind of elixir, something to help them out, because right now it doesn't look good. Yeah, he had one of those knee situations. Stepped poorly and something gave, and the pain is obvious. Yeah, I hear you, Ricardo. or El Salvador, Honduras, a big team. I think Onano is done. I don't see him playing again. I think he's done. He may go back on because the adrenaline is front pumping, but I don't see him playing. If you just join us, we're in the 18 minutes of play. Belgium scored early by the Ketelier. Easy tap in after the US hesitated in the 18-yard box and allowed Belgium to cross the ball into his path for the goal. Here comes Belgium again. And Robinson has been his hands full in this game. Yeah, I think he's done. He's done. People are consoling him. He's done. Belgium making a change. I think that maybe that's not a good injury. An injury like that, people, look like a bad injury. He jarred his knee, but something went. Throw into Belgium, long throw, headed out by McKinney. Belgium again in the box. This is dangerous, headed out by Richards. Richards is very good in the air, by the way. Balogun pressure and Courtois. This should be close. Courtois tried to play it upfield. Poor control by the US. And another Belgium player is down. Not sure what happened, actually. Belgium players falling like flies. That is, what's that? Michel? Brandon Michel? Micheli? Is that French? Michel? The card now work. We don't know it in the game too early if we say the card now work. The card work, I brought in my play. Let's see what happens. Oh, Tielemans gave him a body block. But Onana is on the bench. He doesn't look like he's... And Van Aken is on for him. Here comes Des. Almost dispossessed. Adams back to Des. Des not having a good game so far. Des beat his man nicely. Coming forward. Plays it inside to Tielemans. Tielemans try to go across field. Poor pass. Really poor pass. And look at Bacchio is having a field day, people. Oh, a foul against him, though. Should be a free kick to Adams. He's just running through the team. Dodi having a field day. If Dodi plays like this, you don't think he's Doku. No, Onana is going back to the tent or wherever he goes to. Yeah, he's in trouble. And if you're a club like Aston Villa, you're probably very concerned about his situation. 22nd minutes in. Belgium 1, USA 0. Uh-oh. Richards almost gave away a goal. USA play what they call bummy. That was horrible. Matt Freeze didn't go for the ball. And Richards expected him to come for the ball. He just stood there. Almost got himself in trouble. Almost gave away a goal. Here comes the USA. Freeman to Des, back to Freeman. They should go across field. Look at Robinson across field or Ream across field. Go across and try to get Pulisic in the game. He's not in the game. He now has it. Comes inside. And then has to go back. Ball plays across to Freeman. Freeman goes wide to Des. Des should go back to Freeman, decide not to. He does now. Take too long to do that. Here comes Freeman. Inside to Tillman. Tillman gets dispossessed. Tillman playing like he's going to Sunday school. He's slow. When you have so many people around you, you can't be playing that slowly. Gotta make a decision quickly. Here comes Adams outside to McKinney, back to Freeman. Ball play down the line. Good move by Des. Taken out. Should be a foul. Referee says that's got to be a foul. He calls a foul against Des. Interesting. Thought it was the other way around. So far, USA not playing well, making a lot of mistakes. And that goal was a really bad goal to give up, actually. If you see the goal again, you're just sitting there thinking the defense between Dest and McKinney, nobody attacked the ball. The Belgians did and resulted in the goal. So we're at the hydration break, fluid break, water break, juice break, whatever break you want to call it. USA losing by 1-0. The Orange men try to change the fortunes of the game, but so far it has not worked. So let's see how it goes if this continues. People in the chat, is this what you expected? You expected the game to go the way it is? USA to be under the cosh from early? Or are you expecting to put more of a fight? Because they were pressing teams. All the teams they played, they pressed really well, whether it's Australia, whether it's Paraguay. And it worked really well for them. Bosnia, whatever team they played, they pressed really well and they were very effective. Tonight, or this evening, they have not been that effective. Because when you play quality, they'll play the ball around you. So let's see what happens as the game progresses. Does Pochettino change what they're doing? Does he maintain the status quo? Or does he say, you know what? I have to change something. Pulisic is not in the game. Balogun is not in the game. Dest is in the game, but he's the least effective of all their attackers. Does he bring in Weah? Does he bring in more creative players who can do more upfield? Tillman, who I rate quite a bit, was at a great tournament, has not played well, making a lot of unforced errors. And the USA overall has not done well. And part of that is styles makes fight. So Belgium has been pressuring them. Belgium press periodically. As soon as the US get over halfway line, they're attacking them. Sometimes even before they get to the halfway line. They're not just pressing them deep when the keeper has the ball or defense has it. They're allowing them to play, condense the field, and then attack them. And the US has not been able to respond. And what Belgium has done when they get the ball is they go long if need be. Oh, that field is beautiful, people. We need to be something like this in National Stadium in Jamaica. Look at that field, and they're sprinkling it. That field is gorgeous. So USA has more possession, just so much, but what I would call ineffective possession. They haven't made Courtois make a save as yet, so can't be that great a possession. Goal kick to Belgium. We're in the 25th minute, 26th minute. And Belgium winning by 1-0. If Belgium win this game, it gets harder. They go run into Spain. We'll beat a Portugal team, which was very unproductive in this tournament, frankly. Courtois plays it wide. Belgium going long. Belgium goes long when they don't have any room to play. You know, they're not playing around. They're not trying to be cute. Here comes Belgium again. Ball out to Trossard. Maxim inside to Raskin. Out to Ngoy. Here comes the US. McKinney coming forward, being held. Inside Adams. Adams to Pulisic. Beats one. Almost turns it over. Back to Adams. Adams going to go wide to Robinson. Robinson should put it in the box. Decide to slow it down. Back to Pulisic. Pulisic plays it to Richards. Richards probably going to go wide to Freeman. And that's where the play probably get killed because he has no help. Trying to play a 1-2, which was poor by Dest. To me, I don't know how Dest starts in this team, to be honest. I don't think Dest has played that well. Yet he gets to start. He's not great offensively. And defensively, he's decent. But it's not like he's playing a ton of defense. At least he has had so far. Belgium coming forward. And if you haven't joined us, Onana got hurt, jarred his knee, and replaced by Vanaken from Belgium. Belgium playing the ball around, pulling the US in, and then they'll go over the top. Ball play from the halfway line all the way back to Courtois, then go long. Luke Bakio is a good player. He's a lot of skills and left footed too. Here comes the US. Ball plays to Belgium. He got chopped down. That should have been a yellow card, referee. The ball was played into, is that was to McKinney? Referee giving a warning, but that it's interesting how the World Cup has much more allowance for those type of fouls. In the Premier League, get a yellow card for those deliberate fouls, but here it's a little bit different. They let a lot go. In fact, Paraguay didn't get a yellow card against France. That must be a miracle. They're butchering them all night. McKinney out to Freeman, back to, I'm sorry, not McKinney. That was Richards. Richards going across field trying to find Robinson. Robinson being attacked. Trying to find Pulisic. Pulisic coming forward. Beats one, plays down to Balogun. Balogun chopped down, foul in a dangerous situation. Balogun foul, free kick to the US. Belgium protesting, but you fouled the man. You got to call it. You can't just go to his back. It wasn't much of a foul, though, to be honest. He kind of tripped him, but it wasn't much of a foul. Ronaldo should have been benched. People, I don't know how Martinez get all this cushy job. He was awful. He had layout late in the game. He didn't bring on, what's his name, the center forward. He left Ronaldo in the game. He was just poor management today. I understand Ronaldo's legacy and history, but you're trying to win a World Cup. You're not trying to appease a player. And the player's bigger than the team. Yeah, Pulisic hasn't played well so far. But it's part of it is Belgian pressure, though. His teammate has to move off the ball. They're not moving as well. Tillman did score a brilliant free kick. Was that against Australia? Earlier in the tournament. So let's see what happens. It's a real right distance. But he's against a world-class goalkeeper. The Courtois doesn't let in goals that much. He let in two against. Here comes Freeman. Oh, brilliant goal. He did it again. And frankly, Courtois was going the wrong way. Wow. Brilliant, brilliant goal. Goal, US. What a goal. He did it again. He did it earlier in the tournament. It was against Australia. We're putting the right-hand corner. This time, did the ball get deflected? I couldn't see it really well because he was going right and the ball went left. We're tied at 1. US back in it. Let me just see this again. The ball seemed to swerve, so I'm not sure if it got deflected. Let's see again. Oh, yes. It got chipped off the wall. It looked like it was is that number 20? Who scored a brilliant goal. Number 20, who is Vanaken, who just came in the game, actually. He tried to head it in his net. Courtois would have saved it, actually. He was going in the right direction. It's game on. Here comes the US. Pulisic get held. It should be a foul, and referee should give a yellow card. And he says, no, that's ridiculous. People, these referees, I'm sorry. I'm not buying this letting things go. The man pulled him back. And you let it play, it didn't go that far. That should be a yellow card. Not even give a foul. I don't know what they tell these referees, but they're making some bad decisions. That's a foul against Pulisic. That's ridiculous. Courtois trying to go long, being pressured. It looked like these are deliberate plays by Belgium to play the ball long and then have the head on. Here comes Belgium again. Tillman goes wide to Trossard, being covered by Des. Trossard's going to try to go inside, go down the wing. Oh, goal! That's too easy. Ream says he's been fouled, but no. They're giving the goal. That's the Kelly tear again. That's Ream who got bullied. He can't defend anyway. He knows he's the captain for the team. He can't defend. So ball played out to Trossard wide. He has room. They let him he shouldn't get across, and there are two people there. One got to go right. He goes down the line. Brilliant cross. Yeah, no, it's a goal. Ream has to be stronger. He's weak. Got to be stronger. He has to be stronger. He didn't even jump. He didn't even jump. He didn't jump. That's poor defending. He's a USA weak link. They want to keep him in there, they can, but he's a weak link. Weak link defensively. Pochettino kicking things all over the place. That was quick, and that was poor. Ream can defend, people. He's not a good. Tim Ream is not a good defender. And that goal that was scored, I understand the kid taller, but you have to body the man. He just got bullied. But that comes from people, the foul and Pulisic should have been called to be a different situation, right? They had got the free kick. Referee has to call those things. One thing leads to the next. So USA down again. They just tied up and down again. Here comes the USA. It's Freeman. He has the ball wide. He has a chance to go in the box. Crosses it. A poor cross. Here comes Belgium. Going long. That's part of their strategy. Is USA weak? Oh, that's a bad tackle by McKinney. That should be a yellow card. McKinney's going to get a yellow card. He's going to his pocket. Yeah. It looks green, but it's a yellow card. He took his man out. You can't jump into attack the people. We saw it yesterday with Kwanzaa. He's coming, flying in. He got lucky. He didn't get a red card. He didn't catch him higher. That's not good tackle. USA feeling the pressure. That's poor by McKinney. And he's an aggressive player. He can't afford to have yellow cards. Pochettino sees Dream going away. The USA defense has always been suspect. Tim Ream is not a good defender. Richards plays for Crystal Palace, a good defender, but Tim Ream to me isn't. And they need Pulisic to turn up in this game. Pulisic coming forward. Adams plays it into McKinney, who goes wide to Freeman, who goes into Tillman, who goes back to Richards. USA trying to get some possession, trying to keep some possession. 35 minutes in, Belgium up by 2-1. Last time Belgium played the US in a friendly was 5-2, and they could have scored 10. So I'm sure they are very familiar with the US. US trying to pull them in. Now Belgium's starting to press. See, the press is very smart by Belgium. They just run and press like the US. It's very strategic press. See, right now they're closing off all the angles. The US need to go long. So what Belgium does, they go long in this situation, trying to catch the US. That should be a foul, but the referee didn't call it. When the US press the way they're pressing, they go long. The US is trying to play through the press, and that's not working. If you just join us, USA versus Belgium. Belgium leading by 2-1. USA have to be better. They haven't really done anything in terms of threatening Courtois' goal, apart from the free kick. They haven't gotten in Belgium's box, frankly, all night. Probably been in the box maybe about once. USA coming forward. Pulisic not coming deep to get the ball, which is not where he's effective. He needs to be upfield. Tillman turns over again, playing too casual. Tillman has been poor. He scored a brilliant free kick, but he's playing too casual. This is not Australia playing Bosnia or Paraguay. As soon as you get the ball, Belgium is on you. You have to make your decision very early, and he's not been doing so. USA pressing, but when they break the press, so Belgium trying to play through the press, and that was poor. Now they got through the press, and now US will have to scramble. And they're way downfield, and Belgium have numbers. It's 4 against 6, so US are back. It worked for England. We're in the 37th minute of play. USA losing by 2-1. Belgium on top. USA is not defending their box well. It looked like every cross comes in, Belgium can score. Now, they're a bigger team. They're a tall team. But it looked like every cross that comes in, they could score. De Bruyne looks anxious on the bench. It's a corner to Belgium to be taken by Tillsman, or the talisman. Tillemans with the corner, and it could have been another goal again. USA just really poor. Here comes USA coming forward. Not sure what they're doing. Pulisic turns it over. They just turned the ball over with limited pressure. That wasn't a lot of pressure. Des got the ball. He had time. Stop the ball and turn. I think Pochettino should replace Des. I just don't. I think this game is bigger than Des. I know he's played for Barcelona. I know he plays in Eredivisie. He's not a right winger. And in games like this, you need people who play the position. And Way has played at a high level. Even though he hasn't gotten a lot of game in this tournament. I don't think Pochettino fancies him. Here comes US. This is Richards, Tim Ream. He has Robinson wide, but decided not to go to him. They're trying to find Pulisic, but the space is not there. And they're not moving. Look, Tillman just jogging slowly. And when he gets it, he's being tracked. And he's not realizing that. Come on, Pulisic is not trash. Stop saying that. Balogun down the line, trying to hold it up. Does a good job. And gets a throw in and go over the tackle. They need to feed Balogun more. What they need to do is run Balogun off the center half. Try to go to between the lines and find him. Stop trying to play short because it's not working. Ball into Tillman. Tillman back to Adams. Adams wide to Robinson, who should go wide quickly to Pulisic. He has this man one-on-one. They're going to double him up now. He should try to go down the wing and cross it. He's going to go back to Robinson. Go back inside of Pulisic. And the confusion there between Adams and Pulisic. Poor. No spacing between the players. Pulisic was too indecisive in that play. USA now trying to press. Balogun pressing the keeper. Courtois is going to go along. He does. They're going to try to get a flick on. Headed out by Richards. Richards is really good in the air. And Belgium does a good job of shooting the ball and then laying it off, which what the US doesn't do well. Tillman does well. Pulisic hasn't done that well. You have to be able to, if you can't go forward, stop the ball, shield it, sit down on the ball, and lay it off to your teammate. And USA have not done that well to keep possession. Here comes Trossard. Goes back to Tillman. No, not Tillman. That was Raskin. So Belgium just taking the air out the ball. Good pressure by Richards. Foul called by the referee. I'm not sure that was a foul, actually. Van Aken, who scored the goal. So it's two. It's an own goal. So Belgium has scored all 3 goals, actually. Yep, doing the watch along. Bless up car topping. If you just join us, we're watching the USA versus Belgium. This is the last CONCACAF team remaining in the competition. And it doesn't look like a CONCACAF. They have reached their zenith. Oh, this is another goal. Wow, that should have been a goal again. Look at Bacchio has to score that. The USA is at sea on the crosses. Nobody picking up anyone. Look at this. He's wide open. That's Balogun mark. Nobody marking him. He has to score that. All he has to do is relax his head and just let it chip versus trying to head it full force. Poor by the US. This has been happening for the all game. Robinson inside. What can I play McKinney? Here comes Robinson. Plays down to Pulisic. Pulisic trying to go down the wing and turns it over like he almost a ball out of bounds. Thrown to the US. Almost turned over again. Yes, they have shown up actually. Even though Gabriel didn't for Brazil, but here comes Robinson. Goes back. US turned the ball back too much. Adams all the way across to Richards. Richards plays it out to Des. Des should go back quickly to Freeman. He decided not to. Trying to go down the wing. He's blocked off. Ball plays in to Pulisic. Leave it to Balogun. Balogun didn't read the play. If he did, he would have been open in the box. Here comes the USA again. Tim Ream. Freeze to Ream coming forward. 43rd minute. USA down by 1. Belgium leading by 2-1. I think they need Tillman to play with more energy and more gust and more force. He's playing soft. Here comes Dest. Trying to find Balogun. Not a good pass. Ball played about by Belgium. Thrown to the US. They're not giving the US 6. But the US has been awful defending their box. Awful. They need Tillman to play better. They need McKinney to be more involved in the game. They need Balogun to get more room so they can feed him. Thrown by Tillman. Referee is talking to players, talking to Richards, and not sure which other player. If you just join us, we are in the 44th minute of play. Thrown by Tillman in the box, headed over by US. Oh, and played over the top by Balogun. Got to do better with that. That was a chance. Ball bounced, or was it played up by the Belgian? Let's see what happened. He came in. Yeah, I'm not sure if that was Ngoy or Balogun who kicked that, but that was rushed. Let's see what the ref is saying. It's a corner to the US. It was played up by Ngoy. Pulisic to take the corner. Pulisic has not been effective, actually. Belgium is double teaming him. Uh-oh. I think he's saying that. Did they overturn it? Yep. It was played up by Balogun. So VAR intervened, it looked like. And it's a goal kick to Belgium. Balogun has not had a good time of it. Hasn't gotten a lot of service. Let's see what the ball headed over. Yeah, he tried to play it and was blocked by Ngoy. I'm not sure who went off, but VAR apparently says it's him. Ball headed up by Richards. Balogun chasing Ngoy. Ngoy plays it wide. Tielemans trying to go across field to find Trossard. Headed up by Freeman, throwing to Belgium. You just join us. We're in the 45th minute. There's 6 minutes of extra time. There's a lot of extra time in the World Cup. In the England game today, was what, 11 minutes? Belgium leading by 2-1 in a packed Seattle Stadium. USA came in the game very optimistic, winning all their games, looking good, playing well, looking like they're going to go far in the tournament, but they may have reached their zenith. Here comes Belgium. Belgium coming forward again. Trying to play through the US. Look at Des sleeping. It's literally sleeping. Belgium still has it, but referee called a throw into the US. Belgium not happy. And that's Raskin again, making a meal of it. Throw in by Freeman for the US. US under the clutch. As they say in the UK, I mean, they're under pressure. Poor throw in by Freeman. Here comes US. It's Pulisic, or is that Des? It's Pulisic, no, it's Des. And he runs into trouble. Has no idea what he was doing. And he's complaining for a foul. You got to take Des out of the field. He's not playing well. He's being poor. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know when to dribble, when to pass. He's having an awful first half. He's dribbling into pressure, into trouble, when instead of looking for his teammate, 4 people in front of you trying to dribble through all of them. And you don't have that skill set. Here comes Belgium again with a cross. Dangerous. All the way up, find Trossard wide. He has Freeman isolated and he's licking his tongue. Plays it out for a corner to... VAR will intervene. Trossard says it's a corner. Freeman say it isn't. Yeah, Des has been poor. I don't know why you still have Des on the field. No, it's a goal kick to the US. He's not a forward. I don't know what Pochettino thinking. He's not a forward. Put a real forward on there. He hasn't beaten his man once tonight. Uh-oh. US fell asleep. I thought he was giving a goal kick to the US, but apparently not. I think my light is going up. We're losing some light here. US trying to play out from the back, and it's not working, and they haven't learned. We're in the 49th minute in the first half between the USA and Belgium. Belgium leading by 2-1. Ball to Balogun. Balogun is in. Almost got there. Just one step more, one step quicker, and he would have been in on goal. Wow, that was close. Really good pass by Tillman, who has it in his locker, but hasn't been in the game as much as he should be. Here comes US. Tim Ream to Richards. Richards coming forward. Oh, trying to one pass out by Balogun out to McKinney. McKinney turns it over. McKinney making some uncharacteristics in terms of turnovers. And here comes Belgium. USA trying to rush the play. They get the balls in good space to make progress and just turn the ball over with no pressure or limited pressure. They need to get into halftime and regroup. Ball play across to Trossard, out of bounds, throw into the US. If you just join us, we're in the first half of the game, the last 16 game, not the last of the quarterfinals game, but at least in this bracket, USA versus the winner will play Spain. Good luck. USA versus Belgium. USA losing by a goal. Belgium is up by 2-1. USA has not played well. Part of it is Belgium, but part of it is them just rushing the game and just not playing well. Good play by Tillman. Oh, brilliant. Between the legs. Here comes Des to Balogun. Balogun is in. Shot blocked. Wow. Brilliant play by the US. Tillman with the nutmeg. Playing the ball in. Really good nutmeg by Tillman. He didn't even look up to nutmeg, man. He just nutmegged Raskin. And he should have been a yellow card on Raskin. I don't understand this referee. I don't understand the referee. These referees are a joke. Bless DC. Hey, DC, how you doing, DC? That should be a yellow card. He held, when he got the nutmeg, he held him. The ref gave nothing. DC, you don't like the USA team? I'm carrying the USA for this game. Pulisic with the corner. Poor corner by Pulisic. He's not had a good game either. That's an awful corner. Can't get the ball to a 6'6" goalkeeper. All right, people, I'm going to do my normal thing. I'll come back. I normally take my little 2-minute break. And then we'll come back and discuss the first half. But it has not been a good first half for the USA. Some of their players have just been poor. Really, really poor. We're going to come back and discuss the first half. Just give me 1 second. You know, I'm going to have my musical interlude. And then we come back and we'll have the conversation. It's been a good first half for Belgium. Very good first half for Belgium. Can't say the same thing for the USA. But musical interlude, people. Give me 2 seconds, I'll be back. We are back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We'll discuss the first half. We'll discuss the first half. Interesting first half. Let me see what the comments are. Yeah, Owen. Not only they're playing slight, they're not playing well. They're playing rushed. They're playing as if they have never played football before, to be honest. It's been poor. To me, it's a poor first half. Poor first half. And you'd expect better from them. So let's see. This is... We're going through the stats. We go to the first half stats. So you can see from the stats, possession stats are pretty even, frankly, to be honest. Let me know, guys, if you guys can see this really well. Gotta bring this up. The first half stats, and the green is the USA and Belgium is the blue. As you can see from the stats, expected goal, Belgium is almost 2, which is, and they should have scored another goal. They had a really big chance. They had 4 big chances, but they had one when the game just started, which should have been a tap in. I think Tielemans is the one who missed it. Tielemans who missed it. If you see the shots, 4 big chances, none for the US. 11 shots by Belgium, 3 for the US. Freeze made 3 saves, but they weren't difficult saves. Corners, 3-1 to Belgium. The stats are in Belgium favor, except for possession stats, which if you have ineffective possession doesn't mean anything. Free kicks 5-4. So you can see from the stat. And US goal was a free kick, actually. They have really been in the box for Belgium. And the stats show that in some respects. When you have 4 big chances, you got to put away at least 2 of them. So as you can see from the stats, Belgium has been, by a good margin, a better team. The better team by a good margin. And the US have to do better second half. Now, we'll see what Pochettino does. But it has not been a good situation for... the US. He has a long bench. So we'll see how he uses his bench. Kirk says the US doesn't play well against European teams. Oh, they ain't playing well today. They're playing poorly. And they should have been down by 3, frankly. And Tim Ream has been poor. That goal that he gave up, it reminds me of Gabriel against Haaland. But the Ketelaere is not Haaland. Yeah, he hasn't played well. He hasn't looked well. He hasn't played well. Part of it is Belgium, but part of it is he doesn't work as hard as he should. Now, for the US, I think Tim Weah should play instead of Dest. I know Dest is there for defense and help out Freeman, but that's not what you need in this game. You need some offense. And Dest has been poor offensively. Poor. So that needs to change. If I was Pochettino, I wouldn't bring in a player like Reynolds yet. But I would definitely put Tim Weah in for Dest. You can't take Pulisic off as yet. He has to get some more playing time. See if he has anything. But he hasn't been great. USA home, well, they're home, but home is not working. They're against the big boys. Excuse me. And it's a Belgian team that should have been out of the tournament. Senegal should have beaten them. Now, if Senegal beat them, can you think about it? Good night, Princess. How you doing? If Senegal had beaten them, they'll be playing the USA, probably beat the USA, and they'll be playing Spain in the last 8. Money for the Senegal Federation. Money for the players. Prestige for the team. They probably could all think about beating Spain, go to the semifinals. So Senegal gave it away. Weah cannot be worse. Weah is a good player. Defensively, he's challenged, but he's a good player. I think Pochettino is thinking balance. So, Dest as more of like a wing back. It's a really weird formation. Because think about it. The only two people on the right side are Freeman and Dest. So you think the way they set it up is Tillman is inside, Adams is playing the 6, Tillman inside, Pulisic outside on the, up top with Dest and Balogun. Then across you have Adams, Tillman, Robinson, and McKinney. So there's no true wingback per se, but Dest is playing high up the field. So it's McKinney, and McKinney's not a true wingback. So it's an interesting formation and a way of playing, and it hasn't worked for them so far. And Belgium did beat them 5-2 in a friendly earlier this year, so they don't fear the US. Well, Lukaku and Doku are not playing, so they can't bust their skull when they're on the bench. De Bruyne is on the bench too. De Bruyne has lost 2 steps. De Bruyne is a player who played with a lot of force and energy, and it has not been a graceful situation for De Bruyne. He probably should retire, actually. He probably should retire. Should do like Hazard and give it up. No, he's not playing defense or offense. And I'm not sure why he's still on the field. I mean, that's where I think coaches need to really get in. I don't know. I sometimes people think that, oh, you guys on YouTube think you know more than anybody else, but our fans think they know more than coaches. But sometimes you see some things that are very obvious, and you can't understand why better decisions are not made. Now, I know it's kind of hard to take a playoff in the first half, but I don't think Des has played well in this tournament. Now, on his bench, he has... Let me see what he has on his bench. He has... Who can bring on? He can bring on Reina. He can bring on Berhalter. Pepe's up front. Harrison would be better. Harrison would be better. Harrison does play well. He plays in the championship. Haji Wright is more of a center forward. Weah is there. Zendaya. So I think Weah is to me the optimum choice, but he may bring on Harrison, or he may even go with another midfielder. I think Weah is the logical choice, but Weah hasn't got much playing time, so I don't think it's Pochettino's cup of tea. Yeah, Father Time hasn't treated De Bruyne well, actually. He's not Messi or Ronaldo. That's for sure. Now, to be fair, he worked harder than those two worked when he was at the zenith of his powers. But, yeah, he's not a graceful exit by him. That's why City didn't bring him back, because he's lost about 4 steps. So what's your final score prediction? It doesn't look good for the US. They could have been down by 3 already, or 4 for that matter. And they haven't created anything. They are not in the game. The problem for the US is this. As I said earlier in the conversation, most teams who press don't like to be pressed. And they don't like to be pressed. I hear you, DC. You're watching TSN, I assume. They've been bringing the games continuously, nonstop. I see Ronaldo is shedding tears. You cost your team. You're too selfish, Ronaldo. You should have took yourself out of the game. You were that poor. I know it's the last World Cup, possibly, but you can't be that selfish. You have a player on the bench who scored the last game. Why the coach leave him on the bench and Rafael Leao so late when they were producing nothing offensively is beyond me. I have seen some situation, people, where, and look, when you're in the hot seat, it's more difficult in terms of making decisions. But some decisions I see coaches make, I just have to scratch my head. I don't understand the decisions that they make. I don't understand the decision. I don't understand Martinez having Ronaldo play the entire game. I don't understand Rafael Leao, who set up that goal in the last game they played, being on the bench until like the 67th minute. I don't understand. What's his name? Is his name Cruz? Didn't get a game. Didn't get a kick in the game. I don't understand those things. I don't understand Bernardo Silva not getting more game time when, frankly, the midfield wasn't playing that well. Including the great assist man from Man U wasn't playing that well. Silva always played well. So I don't understand the decisions. Now, one thing I would say, people, is this. That, and I've been saying this for years now, which is, when you look at Spain's team, they have good players, but you're not fearful of Spain players. Apart from Pedri, Rodri, Lamal. Who else are you fearing on Spain? Now, they're very good players, don't get me wrong. But it's not like they are world beaters. But they have a system, and the system is learned from a very young age. And everybody play the system. And they play defense and they play offense. Bless up, Dr. Dan, how you doing? And their offense sometimes is their defense. And if you're a footballing nation, you want to learn football and you want to learn a system and you want to teach your people to play football. To me, the Spain model works because you don't have to be the most athletic. You have to have a footballing brain, but you've been taught how to play football. And if people in the JFF had any, we're not talking about the JFF because them don't do what them do. Because them know everything. But any footballing country, between leveraging the diaspora and having a system of play, you can get good in the football. Spain is one of the few countries don't have a ton of immigrants in their lineup, but they have a system. They have Laporte, who he's French. Yamal was born in Spain, but immigrant parents. So they have a few, but most of them are indigenous, because they like to use that word for Indians, persons. Not like France, with about 98 people born in France who are playing for various teams, or the Dutch or Holland, which have 60-something people playing the World Cup who were born in Holland. Spain doesn't have as many, but they have a system of play and it works for them. So they have the same athleticism that France has, but technically they're exceptional. Now people may say Spain is boring, but boring is effective. They play tiki-taka football. Well, South American teams haven't done well in this World Cup, have they? Apart from Colombia and Argentina. Brazil was poor. Ecuador was atrocious, given their record before they came to the tournament. Paraguay wasn't that good. They were butchering people. Uruguay got knocked out early. South American teams weren't that great in this tournament. Chile didn't make the tournament. They have been good for years. So yeah, South American teams haven't been great. And Spain's been the Americas. South American teams don't normally win World Cup in the Americas. European teams don't normally win World Cup in the Americas. Apart from Germany winning in Brazil in 2014, most times they lose. So, Pochettino having a lot of conversation with Tillman. Tillman is playing too casual. He needs to play with more energy. Yes, Cape Verde is a good example, Pete. Yes, definitely. But Cape Verde players don't really. The coach has a system. I don't think the country has a system per se. The coach has a system. Because most of the players from Cape Verde are not from Cape Verde. They're not born in Cape Verde. But they have a system that they play, which is probably more of a, I don't want to call them a mid-block team, just how they play, but they and DR Congo is defense first, then you work offense. So they're back on the field. If you just join us, this is a watch-along for the Belgium versus USA game. A lot of anticipation about this game, a lot of drama about this game, whether it's the orange men or purple men getting involved and getting Balogun card rescinded or suspended or postponed, we're going to call it. Whether it's Onana getting hurt really early in the game. It looks like Reyna is coming on. Now, who's off? Got to be Pulisic is off. Let's see who's off. But Reyna is on. It looks like Reyna is going to come on. Much more skillful, much more technical. But defensively, he's challenged, so we'll see how that goes. Morocco is not going to win the World Cup. In fact, Morocco may have exhausted their time. They're not going to win the World Cup. I don't see that happening. And Des is off. Yeah, Des was poor. Good change by Pochettino. I would have put on Weah, but that's him. And by the way, people, these are the brackets. So Morocco is going to play France. They have reached their zenith. Trust me. They're not beating France. Even though France wasn't brilliant against Paraguay, but they're not beating France. If they beat France, you got to run into Spain. Come on, people. You guys underestimate Spain. Spain hasn't given up a goal in the entire World Cup so far, have they? I don't think they haven't played any great teams because Portugal hasn't been that good. But they haven't given up a goal yet. And they haven't even conceded a lot of chances. Forget about giving up goals. So game is back on. We're in the second half. Belgium coming forward. USA, the ball is out, but referee says no. Pulisic still in the game. He has to do more for the USA to win. Yeah, Reina is on. And Des had a horrible first half. I think Pochettino made a mistake with Des. And you can't correct that mistake or you're down 2-1. You may because the mistake is for the entire game, it's not for half the game. Here comes Belgium again. Good pressure by the US. Very good pressure by the US. This is Pulisic out to Robinson. Robinson goes out back to Pulisic, who's just dribbling like a madman. I don't know where he's going. You gotta pass the ball, Pulisic. Stop trying to be a one-man team. It's not working. Belgium is pressuring the dribbler, and that makes it difficult. Here comes Robinson. And he plays out of bounds. See? When you have the ball, there are 3 people on you. If you pass the ball, there'll be nobody on you. Pass the ball. People got to move to get into space, but pass the ball. Yeah, but Des has not had a great World Cup. Foul against Tillman. And I can't believe Belgium has gotten a yellow card yet. Some of these referees are awful. Sorry, they're just awful. Here come Adams. Trying to go inside. Brilliant ball. Miscontrolled by the US. Miscontrolled by McKinney. He was in. Belgium trying to play out. US, a lot of pressure by the US, and both teams turn the ball over because the pressure is relentless. US coming forward. There's Tillman to McKinney. Or is that Adams? No, that was Adams. Here comes Reina is very skillful, so I'm sure he'll add some that punch inside. Ball cross in the box. Headed out by Belgium. Good fight by Robinson. Robinson retrieves again. Goes inside to McKinney. Goes to Tillman, who's playing too cool. He's trying to play cool, and sometimes you got to play quicker. Here comes Tim Ream. Goes to Pulisic. Pulisic back to Tillman, who makes a horrible pass. No pace. And Tillman is playing too cool. He's not playing with the veracity. Not even ferocity. He's not playing with the energy that he needs to. He's not playing quickly in terms of going to the ball. You don't have to play quick when you get the ball, but you got to get to the ball. He's playing too slow and making bad decisions. It's one to play fast and make bad decisions. Another thing to play slow and make bad decisions. Adams was just bounced off the ball, and the referee said not a foul. Yeah, Dr. Dan, Spain is very, very good. I don't think Argentina making the final. That's just me. I wasn't impressed by Argentina. Tim Ream plays it out to Tillman. Tillman trying to beat his man. Comes inside. Plays a good ball into McKinney, who needs to cross in the box. Decides not to cross. Goes back to Reina. Reina all the way out to Freeman. Beat his man nicely. Trying to work around him. And turns it over. Good play, pressure by the US. Belgium trying to play out, but they're having difficulty doing so. US is really taking the game to them. Now, when you play that high up the field, you're going to be vulnerable at the back. So US has to be very careful. McKinney taken down. Referee says play on. And here comes the dribbler. Here comes Dodi. Good play by Tim Ream to force it on the line, but it's a corner to Belgium, which is what Belgium wants. Looky back here or Luke back here is having a good game, giving Tim Ream all he can handle. If you just join us, we're in the 51st minute of play. Belgium 2, USA 1. Corner to Belgium to be taken by Tillemans. Tillemans in the box. Ball headed up by the US. Here comes Belgium again. I should go right to the keeper, who should then start the attack quickly. Freeze out to Adams. Adams back to Tim Ream. Belgium with a passive press. Here comes Richards, who plays in the center of the back three out to Freeman. Balogun has been well marshaled all game. Hasn't had that much of a sniff. Ball to Robinson. Robinson down the line. The US doesn't have enough people in the box. Here comes Pulisic, and he's blocked. Referee said not a foul. I don't know how you call that, people, because if that's not a foul, when somebody block your foot, then why is Harry Kane called for a foul when he kicks somebody's foot? Pulisic is down. That's a foul. When you put your foot between somebody's foot and block them, that's a foul to me. And he's going to kick and you block my foot when I kick. To me, that's a foul. You're not playing the ball. You're playing me. That's a foul. He's going to kick and Tillemans put his foot right in front of his foot when he's going to kick. Right? To me, that's a foul. I know that's probably not called a foul. But if you block me by putting your foot in front of my foot, that can't be good. But it's not normally called a foul, so I guess that's why. But he's not playing the ball. He's playing the man. You're blocking my foot when I kick. You're not playing the ball. That's an interesting one that I think FIFA needs to look at. If you put your foot between my foot and the ball, you're not playing the ball at all. You didn't go for the ball. You went for my foot. You're blocking me. Here comes the US again. Good move by Richards. Plays it inside to Adams. Dangerous play. Adams to Tim Ream. Belgium now pressing vigorously. Good ball over the top, trying to find Balogun. Taking out. Here comes Robinson. Poor touch by Robinson. He had Reina inside. Instead of playing inside to Reina, he tried a dribble, which was not smart. The referee just letting them play. He's not calling fouls anymore. Ball over to Freeman. Brilliant ball. Freeman in on goal. And he miscontrols it. The US getting balls in dangerous position and can't control the ball. Brilliant ball by Adams. That's an easy control. That's 5-year-old football. Adams shaking his head. Look at this. That's an easy control. Basic football the US is missing. That's like the third time. McKinney had one earlier and Freeman had one. You got to bring that ball down. I said Cape Verde wasn't a good team. I can't remember saying that. Argentina has to play. Well, they probably got to play. Are they playing? Let me just see something here. Argentina has to play Colombia probably, and then England or Norway. Sorry, England can beat Argentina. So can Colombia. I don't think Colombia will beat them. They don't have enough firepower. But Colombia has been very good in the tournament. Here comes Tillman inside to Adams. Adams to Reina. Reina over the top. Brilliant ball. Wow. Trying to find Balogun. It was a really good idea. Just needed a little bit pace off it. Yeah, I think the midfield has rushed too much. They're not playing smart. They don't realize that Belgium, when you get the ball in the midfield, it's very crowded and they're attacking you. You have to know where you are and you have to move quicker. We're in the 55th minute. USA down by 1. Belgium 2, USA 1. Belgium has not started second half really well, actually. They can't keep the ball. The US is playing much higher up the field. They're keeping the pressure on, but they will get. And Belgium doesn't have the quickest team apart from Look back here. They're not the quickest team. At least players on the field. So we'll see how that works out. Here comes the US again. Pulisic into Robinson. He has Freeman on the other side of the field, wide open. What is he doing? Robinson hasn't had a better game either. Freeman is wide open. Belgium leaving that side open. Instead of crossing the ball, he's playing the ball to nobody. Robinson has not had a good game either. Des was poor, and Robinson has been much better. They're making uncharacteristic mistakes, unforced errors. Here comes Belgium, now getting some possession. And US press is very light. Belgium trying to go long. Good move by Fries. And he gave the goal away. He gives the goal. He's as dumb as a doorknob. He got the ball in his chest. All he had to do was kick the ball out, And he's there playing with the ball, trying to be a baller. You're not a baller. You can barely play it from the back. That is beyond awful. You ain't a footballer. You're not Raya. You're not Onana. You can't play no football. Man has the ball just to play the ball, and he's playing with the ball. They got dispossessed, and this. You can't make that up. I would change him right away. I put Ryan in the goal. The ball came over. He has the ball. He won it. So get rid of the ball now. Get rid of the ball. And he's hesitating. That's unbelievable. I would put him out the game right away. I'm not even giving him a chance. You cannot make that kind of mistake. Unbelievable. Kick the ball. He's faking kicking and got dispossessed. You know you ain't got no athleticism. You can't walk and chew gum at the same time. And you waiting to kick the ball out? And then what is Tim Ream doing? People, what is Tim Ream doing? What is Tim Ream doing? The man passed the ball to Tim Ream and can't control the ball. You can't make this up, people. You cannot make this up. Calamity of errors. I guess they probably say the gods are spoken, given the Balogun situation. Pulisic is off. He's kind of injured. Berhalter is coming in. Pulisic has been poor. He has been that good. Unbelievable goal to give away. You're down by one. You're still in the game, and your goalkeeper decide to be stupid. Wow. You cannot make that up. He'll never live that down. In a World Cup game, you only play these every 4 years, Can't make them kind of mistakes. Unforced errors. Here comes the USA. And the task is monumental before. It's much, much bigger. You need more offense, Pochettino. Put Weah in the game. Tim Ream out to Robinson. And Robinson has not had a good game. Comes the USA game. Ball plays into Reina. USA now playing with some composure. Trying to space out the field. Tim Ream is at a nightmare. Even that ball wasn't kicked that hard. He has to save that ball. He's all over the place. Robinson coming forward. Belgium now trying to pressure, and Tim Ream miscontrol the ball. Pochettino, take off your captain, Pochettino. He's killing you. Take off your captain. Looks like Pulisic got hurt in trying to shoot on that play. That to me, that's a foul. I don't know how referee don't call those things. Here comes the USA. Tillman trying to dribble through the crowd. Ball played out to Berhalter, back into Adams. USA trying to play it around. They need to go forward, though. They need to score 2 goals. Freeman coming forward, turns it over. USA just making mistakes which are like bad mistakes. Even that ball that went through on goal and the keeper, that shouldn't have gotten there. Yeah, he's kicking it out one time now. He's learned his lesson. I'm sure Belgium would have a lot to say after this game, given what transpired with the Balogun red card. Yeah, it's over. It's been over. But the US made it easier for them. Tim Ream has been horrible. Tim Ream, Dest, to a lesser extent Robinson, poor. But I'm glad it's not a black player. That's going to sound really bad of me, but you know how that goes when black players make mistakes, they get killed. Tim Ream and the goalkeeper. Well, Dest is black, but anytime countries lose and the black players are involved, they get slaughtered. Here comes Richards trying to go. They're leaving the ball, but players are not anticipating the ball being left. Here comes USA. USA play very, very high. They run the risk of giving up more goals. Belgium just being deep and looking to counter. And USA is struggling to make a 5-yard pass sometimes. Tim Ream right out to Robinson. Should go 1-2. He decided not to. Go down the wing, trying to cross. Good move by Robinson. Plays it all the way back out to Adams. Adams with a horrible pass. Horrible pass by Adams. And here comes Belgium, which is what they're looking for. They're looking for the break. Oh, poor tackle. Is that McKinney? If that not can be McKinney, because if it is, he's gone. That was Adams. Okay. So it's a corner to the Belgium. Yeah, Ricardo, maybe more than 3. People still cheering USA though. I don't think they understand the game. So corner to Belgium, and they're stacked up in the box on the penalty spot. This may be not a goal. Corners are 5-1. Headed out by USA. Didn't beat the first man. Your corner has to beat the first man. McKinney with the ball. Out of bounds, throw into the USA. Quick throw by the USA, but not smart play. Ball play out of bounds by, I think that's Reina. Goal kick to Belgium. We're in the 63rd minute. The US has run their journey has been exhausted. They're going to go home like most CONCACAF teams. This will be the last team in CONCACAF left in the tournament. But all the host countries made the last 16, so that's been good for them. Mexico was probably better, gave more of themselves than, even though they were playing against 10 men late in the game against England. Here comes the USA. Tim Ream to Adams. Adams to Richards. Richards going to come back to Ream. Ream looking to go forward and go to Robinson. Robinson, instead of playing the ball, he goes inside and almost turns it over. That pass was never there. I'll play it on to Balogun. Balogun got no service. USA with the ball coming forward, or going backwards, I should say, not coming forward. So Richards out to Tim Ream. To Robinson. Robinson to Tillman. Tillman back to Ream. Ream has a chance to go all the way across field, and he's not doing so to McKinney. McKinney's wide open. Why isn't he getting the ball? Ball played by Freeman, going for the 1-2. Down the line, good ball by McKinney. Has a chance to cross in the box, out of bounds, corner to the US. If you just join us, we're in the 64th minute of play. We're close to hydration break. And look like Doku and Lukaku coming on. Oh, Lord, help us. If it wasn't bad enough, they're bringing on super subs. Yeah, that's true. I will never say never, but it doesn't look like in my lifetime it will. Corner to the USA. Corner coming in. And poor header. Is that Freeman? Yeah, he's got to do better with that. You really got to do better with that, Freeman. I cannot believe the keeper gave away that goal. He's gonna kick and he hesitated. That makes no sense. And then look at Tim Ream. It's an easy control ball, you know. The ball wasn't even kicked that hard for him to control it. He's all over the place. Here comes Belgium. The 5 they gave the US in the spring wasn't a mistake. Uh-oh. Lucky Bacchio just went by 3 men and kicked the ball out of bounds. He has no right foot. He should have done better with that. So Lukaku and Doku are coming on. No De Bruyne. Maybe De Bruyne is injured. This Belgian team looked better without those players. Here comes Balogun. Tillman taken down. Trying to go to man's leg. The referee calls a foul. So changes to be made. So it looked like Dodi don't want to come off the field, but he's going to be Doku coming in for Dodi. Dodi look back here. And then I would assume it's the Keletier is coming on. The Ketty layer should be coming off, I assume. Yep. He's making $5 million a year. It's an easy job. Why wouldn't he? Wall Street is paying his salary, not the USDA, so they don't mind. They're not spending $5 million. That's Griffin and all those rich guys from Wall Street paying his salary. USA coming forward. Tim Ream. USA need to improve their defense. Tim Ream is not the answer. And they also got on field their wing play. Pulisic is unreliable. Ball played out to Freeman, back to McKinney. And they just turn the ball over sometimes for no reason. Like, it's crazy. They turn the ball over. Oh, bad tackle there. Is that by Adams? That should be a yellow card. By Tillman, actually. Took out Tillemans. They shake hand, but your commentary is poor. Eric Bright. Hey, Eric, learn to spell. Your spelling is poor. In fact, I don't think you can spell. I don't know what commentary means. Please learn to spell before you come and make these comments on my channel. Please learn to spell. Stop embarrassing yourself. You can't come trying to critique somebody you can't spell. Use AI to spell for you. But if you make a mistake, you wouldn't know either. So I don't know how that works. But anyway, what do you mean the score? The score is on the screen. No, the score is on the screen. If you stop critiquing and look on the damn screen, you see the score. Talk about you can't see the score. The score is on the screen. Can you read? Oh, you can't spell, so you can't read either. That make it double whammy. If you can't read, I can't help you. The score is on the screen, and you're here complaining about my commentary is poor because you can't hear the score. And it's on the screen. Go look in the mirror. You come annoy me. See my team losing already. My team won last night. My team lose today. Nah, Tillman's a good player. He hasn't had his best. He's been playing. He hasn't played up to the tempo of the game. He hasn't played up to the tempo of the game. Man, come on my channel. So my commentary is poor because you can't hear the score, and the score is on the screen. You believe that? You know what I do? I can't have people. If you can't read, I can't have the people. I'm sorry. This is not Jamal class. You know what Jamal is? I did myself. So D says, don't get me wrong. It's raining in Seattle. It's always raining in that part of the world. Oh, it's not raining. It's the sprinkler. I thought it was raining. I guess the hydration break. Lisa, don't get me wrong. I don't care less about Pochettino your team, but I only wonder since I haven't seen it play. Yeah, but he's overachieved, hasn't he? Not overachieved, but he's gotten to the last 16, which is where you expect to be for the US. You don't expect to go deeper. Bless up, Nitro. How you doing? So you wouldn't expect the US to get to the last 8. They'd be overachieving if they got there, but they could have played better. They haven't played really well. Most of their players haven't played well. Richards has played well. Don't talk about. If you go to the entire team, the keeper made a blunder. He was doing okay. He made a blunder. So you got to give him like a. If you give him 2, he's got a lot. Freeman miscontrolling ball, has a decent game, but made some uncharacteristic mistakes. Tim Ream has been a disaster. Richards has been good. Tillman scored a brilliant free kick, but he's been so-so. The game is restarted. Here comes Freeman. Plays the ball inside to Balogun. Brilliant touch by Balogun, but he probably should have took it with him, turned it over, and Belgium come forward again. Belgium is a stroll in the park for Belgium. They just haven't enjoyed themselves. Richards can't do defending by himself, and Tim Ream doesn't help. Yes, they are. Tycoon, that ain't happening. I don't think so. Pochettino is going all out to win. Too late now. Pepe coming in. So who's gonna play the 6 now? He's gonna put McKennie there? I don't think Adams is happy. And Adams getting the US crowd are very supportive of their team, by the way. I didn't expect to get further. They overachieved. They gave them a good run. Here comes Balogun. He got away, but there's 4 defenders around him. Belgium is defending really well. Belgium has played a smart game. They have reviewed the US. They've assessed them really well and played them really well. Ball in, yeah. Robinson just trying passes that are not there. Your Tim Ream can't run. Can't run. He's struggling. I remember Tim Ream was running against Cephas, and Cephas made him look like he was walking. The game that Cephas missed that sitter. If he scored that, Jamaica would have beat the USA, probably win the Gold Cup. Didn't happen, though. Here comes Freeman inside to Berhalter. Berhalter trying to go long, looking for Robinson, who's out of bounds. Throwing to Belgium. You just join us. We are in the 73rd minute of play. Belgium leading the US by 3-1. It could have been more. Belgium at the park, cruising, not stressed. USA has played way below their potential. They need to play above their heads to win this game, and they were way below. Tim Ream inside to McKinney, trying to find Balogun down the wing. Balogun working hard, but and Goy has him covered all evening. Here comes the USA again. Tillman turns it over. Tillman played like he's going to Sunday school. Belgium just playing the ball around the US, trying to work the ball out, and then get a foul. Tillman already have a yellow card. He can't be showing that kind of behavior. Eric, bye. Can't come on people channel and criticize them and can't take the heat. If you can't take the heat, come to the chicken kitchen, Eric. Don't come here and criticize them that you can take the heat, because I come hard. But you don't see score. Score up on the screen like you can't read. And then you can't spell. Go ahead, Eric. Have a good night. Don't take it personal. You come hard at the host, you're going to come back hard at you. Here comes Lukaku. Doku against Freeman. Good cover by Freeman. We're in the 74th minute of play. And USA got lucky on that one. Doku thinks it should have been a corner. They haven't tested Couture all night, you know. Yeah, that should have been a corner to Belgium. They haven't tested him once. I don't remember him being tested once all night. Belgium has cruised through this game. It hasn't been close. US has been let down by their midfield, though, and Robinson, because they haven't been able to get the ball off field in dangerous positions to their forward line. And Robinson gets a lot of touches, but he hasn't played well. Could be the same players who's playing for Fulham and play well in the Premier League. He's been poor tonight. It's 3-1. Not a good deal for the US. Tim Ream struggling to figure out what to do, put himself in problems, don't know what he's doing. He should have been. That's why Pochettino was poor. Tim Ream should have been substituted. Should have put in Trusty instead of Ream. Trusty would have been a better player. Trusty would have been better than Tim Ream. Tim Ream has been awful. He's been the responsible for 2 goals tonight, and he hasn't played well playing off from the back. And the Belgium player, Castagny, is down. It's a really bad tackle by Robinson. Trump is a destroyer. Yeah, you can't win everything. Belgium decided that Trump can't help on him. Because he can't help himself on the field. Keeper didn't help by giving away that goal, though. Because when you're down 2-1, anything can happen. Even though the US didn't look like they were scoring. Here comes Tillman. He does not have a pat. Oh, brilliant move by Tillman. He got fouled. He does have a lot of skill, but he plays too slow sometimes. Robinson inside to Berhalter. Should go to Freeman. Look how Freeman is wide open on the other side. And you're going to force the ball down this side to Tillman. Freeman is wide open across the field, and you're trying to force the ball in a tight space. They're not playing smart. It's almost as if they don't realize that it's the right side of the field actually is playing. The ball has not been played with them, so Reina is not in the game. Freeman is not in the game. They're overplaying the left side of the field, and there's not been any progress over there. Look, Tillman try to force the ball on the wing again. And it's very congested on the left side, so I'm not sure why they're playing this way. Referee warning Balogun, and must be end going. Here comes Tillman out to Tim Ream. Tim Ream back to Tillman. Tillman play to Richards. Richards should go wide to Freeman. He has him. He decided not to play him. Freeman go back to USA not making much progress. As soon as they get in the middle of the half of Belgium, it turns over. Freeman trying to go around his man, does a good job. Plays it inside, get the 1-2. Plays it back inside, cross in the box, headed out by Belgium. Shot. Oh, that was a brilliant shot. There's that Berhalter. That was a really good shot. That could have ended up anywhere. Good pressure by the US, good combinations. Berhalter with a left foot shot, and that wasn't far away. Courtois had it covered, but it was a good shot. Yeah, I probably would agree with that too. Canada had a chance. Mexico was very good. USA didn't show up today. They're better than this. They didn't show up. Now, the quality of the opponent have a lot to do with it. They didn't show up. That's not a foul? Doku stepped on his heel. Wow. These referees allow a lot to go on. De Bruyne is on the bench. He's not getting 5 minutes. Things have changed for Belgium. Here comes Belgium. It's Trossard against Robinson. And he dispossessed him. And ball played into Reina. Reina got fouled, but referee didn't call it. They're not calling foul. The USA don't realize that no fouls are being called. It's like playing on the playground. Just play. You're not calling foul. Reina got fouled a while ago, but you can't be calling foul. They're not calling foul. Doku doing his thing. I'm surprised Belgium benched Doku, though, but it's worked for them. Because they didn't need those players against the USA. USA called a foul, and McKinney's not happy, and I would agree with him. Tim Ream is in the referee's face, which he should be. It was a foul, and he didn't call a foul. I don't think New Mexico is better than the US. They may look good against England. They may look good against Ecuador, but they're not better than the US. Playing at the Azteca Stadium is a different animal, right? Even though the US get to play at home a lot because the Gold Cup is always held in the US, so most times held in the US. Throw into the USA, 80th first minute. USA going home. Belgium having fun. Here comes the USA again. Reina over the top trying to find Balogun. Balogun is maybe in. Good shot by Balogun, blocked by Courtois. He has to try to go far post on that. He's just trying to go hard. He has to go far post on that. Yeah, Balogun has to show more composure in the box there. He's trying to go hard, but you can't. A keeper like Courtois is too good for that. So you try to chip it far post. Here comes the US again. Probably the first save Courtois has really made in this game. Our first save of note. Freeman is open. Give the ball to Freeman, McKinney. What are we doing? Yeah. Let him have it out there one-on-one. And then go support him. McKinney plays the ball inside. He has the ball, plays it inside, trying to find Balogun. Balogun out to Freeman. Freeman crossing the box, out of bounds. Corner to the USA. USA putting on some pressure. And Belgium probably just relaxing. USA beat Mexico more than Mexico beat the USA of late. Mexico was once dominant. They're not dominant anymore. I think even Haiti's getting up there. Haiti, Panama, not there yet, but they're making progress. Corner to the US, headed out, and right into Courtois' hands. No pressure. I think a few will cry. Yeah, Balogun should have tried to go far post. He tried to go hard. I think he got to try to chip that far post. He's going to get by Courtois. Here comes the USA again. Nobody's out wide. Berhalter got fouled. Berhalter coming in and is playing well, actually. He probably should have come in for Des instead of Reina. Reina doesn't play with that physicality. Here comes McKinney. Goes wide to Reina. Reina inside. Pepe. This is the first time Pepe touching the ball. Berhalter over the top, trying to find Robinson. Robinson ends in the box, plays out. Played up by Ngoy. Throw into the USA. Onana is walking with. He's really injured badly. That knee injury maybe keep him out for a while, it looks like. They have him in a knee brace. We're in the 84th minute. USA versus Belgium. USA down by 3-1. Tillman coming forward. Belgium is just relaxing. They just drop deep. And they're very comfortable. Ball wide to Robinson. Trying to go inside. Turns it over again. How many times have you done that tonight? Trying to go beat this man and it has not worked. Slingstone. When last has Mexico beaten the USA? You guys make comments sometimes and don't have no facts to back it up. Here comes Belgium and Doku trying to run against Freeman. And Freeman trying to take him down and can't take him down. Doku is clear. Crossing the box to Lukaku. Looking to shoot. Got dispossessed. Here comes Doku. Shooting the ball really well. Plays the ball out to Trussard, who's going to fire with his left foot. And that would have been a goal. Good block by Richards. Here comes, they're looking for the fourth goal. And now they back off and trying to play it around. We're in the 85th minute. U.S. being taken to the sword. Mexico just relax. I'm sorry, Belgium just relaxing now. They're levels to this game, and Belgium just show USA their level. And Tillman trying to dribble through two people, that wasn't smart. Pochettino doesn't look happy at all. So I think what you guys are confusing is the last two times USA played Mexico, Mexico won. But USA played their third team, their C team in the Gold Cup. They're not playing their top teams. And if you think about the last 6 games they've played, let me look this up. Mexico 2 wins, USA 2 wins, 2 draws. And USA playing with their C team against Mexico. And when they play in the Gold Cup, because they're not playing their strongest team in the Gold Cup. They don't respect the Gold Cup anymore. They think they're better than that. Mexico looked good against England. I'm not going to say they didn't. They looked good in this tournament. They beat a good Ecuador team. And they won their zone easily. But the USA was unscathed coming to this game. USA dominated Paraguay as a South American team. They beat Australia. They won all their games comfortably. But they made a much better team. A team that beat them 5-2 when they played them in a friendly earlier this year. And they showed that they're a much better team than the US. And the US didn't play well. They were playing slow. They weren't playing smart. They were playing quick but foolish. And they were slow. When they should be quick, they play slow. When they should be slow, they're playing fast. So we're in the 87th minute of play. USA 1, Belgium 3. Last team in CONCACAF, which is going to go home. The USA have some weaknesses, and it's very obvious. Their right wing position. I don't understand why Pochettino don't play Weah. I don't know what Weah has done to him. Doesn't rate Weah's game. USA making 2 changes. No, that's Belgium making 2 changes. Trossard coming out. And Trossard, it looked like he's going to go to play in Turkey. Arsenal sending him for 18 million euros. So, Trossard is out, and Raskin is out. Ball played over the top. Here comes Tillman. So if you just join us, we're in the 89th minute of play. USA versus Belgium. Belgium leading by 3-1. And I'm not going to do a post game, people. It's not worth it. I'm very disappointed in the US. Here comes Robinson. Crossing the box. Too high, too long, too far. Belgium trying to go long up the field. Extra time is 10 minutes. I hope not. Extra time should be that long. There weren't too many injuries. There were injuries in the first half. Well, Nana got hurt in the first half. Here comes the US. Berhalter all the way out to Robinson. You need to put it in the box. Taking too long. He goes back to Tim Ream. Tim Ream to Berhalter. Berhalter probably should have got more game time. He looked at the one player was up for this. Richards to Reina. Putting Reina out wide was not smart by Pochettino. You need a real winger out there to stretch the field. Tim Ream plays it out to Robinson. Belgium just with a soft press. Here comes the USA. Reina. Go to Freeman. Went a little bit late to him. Freeman should just put it in the box. He does to. He plays it. He plays the ball in the box to Balogun, and Balogun skipped it, and there's nobody there. I'm not sure who he was leaving that ball to, but he had a chance to shoot, and instead of taking the shot, he stepped over it. But the fourth or fifth time they had done that tonight. So it's 4 minutes of extra time. Here comes the U.S. Berhalter to McKinney. U.S. going home, and Belgium goes on to the final 8 where they will play Spain. Ball into Balogun by Robinson. Not a poor pass by him. Headed out to Reina. Doku just controls it. Doku is such a brilliant player. I'm surprised he didn't start the game today. But it didn't matter. Belgium was just way too good for the USA making 2 changes. Nowhere. Arfsten and Haji Wright coming in. Robinson had a poor game. Probably should have been pulled earlier, frankly. I don't think Pochettino game management was that good in terms of what players should be in and what players should be out. Ball played over the top. Over the top. USA trying to play out. Not doing the best job. And then here's Richards creating a. Here's Lukaku. Goal. Another goal. Goal, Belgium. Richards give it away. USA is self-destructing. Self-destructing. All Richards had to do was play the ball off or throw in. Just like the keeper. USA just made these unbelievable errors that cost them. They're going to lose the game anyway, but you can't self-destruct in games like these. That ball should have been played out, played down the field. He's trying to be cute with it and give away another goal. So between their defense killed them. Their goalkeeper, their 2 center halves caused those 4 goals, frankly. Maybe the first goal was more Dest and McKinney. But look at the ball. Freeman has it, shooting the ball. Richards not helping him, went to get it. All he had to do was play the ball out now, you know. And he's trying to pass the ball to Freeman, turned over, and Lukaku made no mistake. No mistake. With his right foot too, his weak foot. And the ball actually would have been outside. You know, he chipped off. No, he did a good finish, put in the far corner. Yeah, justice does prevail. Hold that one, orange man. Or pink man, or whatever they are. Belgium can be small and go home. And FIFA hasn't helped themselves with their foolishness.
Did you remember anything?
And Lukaku holding up a Nana shirt because Onana got a really bad injury. So we're in the 94th minute. The ref needs to blow it off. It's not helping because all Belgium going to do is score more goals. Here they come again. It's Lukaku to Doku. Dispossessed.
You know, a conversational piece about it. So you don't remember that?
US look lackluster. Yeah, maybe they got burnt out from running too hard and running too much in those previous games. So the game is over, people. I'm going to jump off. I have some stuff to take care of. I appreciate you being here. It's been an interesting game. The US ran into a buzzsaw. And the buzzsaw took them to task and got them out. All this controversy about Trump and Balogun and a red card and Infantino and process and integrity all underwater. Belgium won. There's no controversy going forward. US is not good enough. US were poor. They played poor. They operated poor. And it showed. And Belgium were surgical. They were just better, more technical. They didn't play three of their biggest stars in Lukaku and Doku and De Bruyne. It didn't matter. Those players, well, Doku's older, but De Bruyne has passed his time. Lukaku is being replaced by the Ketelaere, and Belgium just walked them. So anyway, everyone, thanks for being here. I appreciate being here. I'm going to sign off, but I want to say this to you. I'll be doing more shows, more watch-alongs, actually. Now we're in the later start of the tournament. Maybe not tomorrow, but definitely on Saturday for England. Definitely for Spain, Belgium. Definitely for England against Norway. Definitely for Morocco versus France. That should be a good game. So thanks for being here. Have a wonderful night and peace out. Appreciate you. Before you leave, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Peace out. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.